Whoop whoop! What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another Getting to Know the Artist. Last minute, the homie Big Brutal said he would come up with little to no promotion, but he don't need it because he's so great anyhow. And we're gonna get to know him afterwards. We're promoted, but I just want to give a quick shout out to motherfucking King Wicked Gang up in there. Um,
Wicked.
Miss Tiny Miss, that's a new name for me. I don't know if that's somebody you know specifically or they just randomly found us, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate
Potentially.
you.
Man.
For those of you that don't know, and this is somehow your first video of mine, I am Wiggles. And what I do is I just run a list of questions and hope that they answer them. The questions that I pick are usually like questions that I feel the fan would want to know that maybe don't get to go to a concert or attend VIPs or whatever the case may be, so they can at least relate or still like know you as a fan. So that's what it's about.
100%.
If you guys have questions for him outside of my questions, please put them in the chat as the banner along the bottom says. You know, we'll try to get to them. I'll pull them up there. You can do a super chat to push it. If it's crowded, normally you ain't even got to do that. I try to answer all questions as I can. And, you know, I try to get my main questions in. But no, I appreciate everybody. Teasy, welcome in. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop,
Miss
team.
Tiny said, hey, Brutal, it's Ashley.
Oh, what's up, Ash? How you doing?
Okay. I'm bouncing around, but I'm here. Yeah, I know JCW's going on. I didn't know that was going on, but it is what it is. If you wait around for everything to be perfect, you'll never go live. So that's what I learned with doing YouTube, and it is what it is. I appreciate anybody that shows up. And for those of you that watch this on the replay, and I know that's where most of the views are going to come from, I really appreciate you. Please play along with us as I'm asking the questions. If you like one of the questions, answer it as a comment on this video on the replay. I would be curious to know what some of you viewers would answer as well to some of these questions that I ask him. So yeah, let's all just have a good time, play along, and get to know the artist here. Without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into it, man. The first question is, what is your name? Where was you born and raised, and where do you currently live now?
So they call me Big Brutal, man. And I'm born in Berrien Center, Michigan, raised all over Michiana. All right. And then I reside in Niles, Michigan currently. So Southwest Michigan. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so pretty much just stayed in Michigan generally. I mean, I met you in Indiana, but you travel
Right.
for concerts and stuff, I assume.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I stayed in the South
Okay.
End for a little while too, man. You know. Yeah.
Right. All right. The next question, are you a juggalo? If so, how long have you been down? And do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper? Because some artists, even though they're juggalos, don't want to be put in a box. Some people don't even see the box. Some people say, hell yeah, that's what I am and that's what I do. But that's for
I
you to
love
answer.
I love the question, man. Yes, I am a fucking juggalo. I got my hatchet tat. I would say I've been down since probably end of like Juggle Brothers, beginning of Shangri-La type shit. You know what I mean? Around that, general region. That's when I came into it. Now, as far as being a juggalo rapper, nah, bro, that ain't me. I got versatility. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? Style on my own.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right on.
100%.
No, I dig it. And that's what I mean. Seems like 50-50 of the artists that I've interviewed have said that. And I asked that question kind of just openly because I hope to eventually even interview artists that aren't juggalos at all, just uplifting, move the community around and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
No, that's cool. I don't even know what the heck I was going to say. I was going to reply on something to that. I became a juggalo in 2000 and been down for about 20 years, probably more like 2003. My cousin Lindsay came and stayed with us. I was 12 years old, and he was wearing a Great Malenko jersey and had his hair spider braided, and I'm like, what the fuck? I love it. And
Right.
then like that, I was hooked. That was Great Malenko era, and that was my first album, and then the rest is history.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Whoop whoop. Michelle
Whoop whoop.
Martin. It's Bookshelf. This homie. Well, I don't even know if she's a
Bookshelf.
homie, but this person came from TikTok. She just hopped in my stream, and I was trying to promote this stream, and she actually came over here to YouTube. Thank you so very much. If you attend 3 or more of my streams, and I can tell you're not racist, bigoted, or homophobic, I will make you a moderator because I'm always looking for new moderators. So thank you very much for showing up. Shout out to her.
Shouts out.
Clown head hunter up in here too. Whoop whoop. I
Whoop whoop.
appreciate it. All right, let's keep going. Brutal. What inspired you to make music?
Whew. Well, man, there's always been a little bit of music in my soul, man, since I was a kid, even. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big guy. You know what I mean? I'm about 6'5", about 300 and something. You know what I mean? And the whole time growing up, everybody was like, you should do football, 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 football. But I had no fucking interest. Zero. I want to make arts. You know what I mean? Like, I make shit. I make music. You know, it's always been a part of me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's ingrained in my DNA or something, man. But
Right.
as far as doing the style of music, I'd say that I guess, man, just going through shit, man. You know what I mean? Needing an outlet, you know? That's what really had me out here, just going out and doing the hard, punchy, jagged shit, just getting the shit off my chest, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Right. It's a way of release. No, I dig it.
100%.
A lot of us that look to music, even if we ain't singers or artists, for that same release, you know? So we need good
100%.
artists. Who do you look up to in the music industry? And that can be a current, past,
Okay.
whatever.
As far as looking up to, I mean, coming up, I was always heavy into into Biggie and you know, like Violent J, Blaze, guys like that, you know what I mean? And I mean, ultimately, I would say that Biggie would have been the creme de la creme to really inspire me, you know, to look up to as an artist. You know what I mean? Just like the
All
lyrical,
right.
the storytelling. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So then, is that mainly like your style of music then, like gangster rap, or I don't even know if you would call it gangster
So
rap?
if you get an album from me, every album is going to be different. All right, every album is not going to be that you're going to be expecting. All right, what you hear to be some murderous flows from Big Brutal, you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them, but you might hear some deep shit. Me talking about my daughter. You might have some songs about suicide awareness and things of that nature. Just I'm all over the place, really, man. It's hard to really genuinely put it in a box because everything that I spit, it's either coming from a place of anger or it's coming from a place in my soul that needs spoken about. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Right, right. No,
Yeah,
absolutely. And that ties back to why you said that you're not in that box of Juggalo rapper because you
that's
do
exactly it.
sing on different like touching even subjects, or it might be softer, a little more. It's dark, but in a different manner, whatever, you know. So
Absolutely,
yeah, okay. I'm
absolutely.
with it. Let's see. Next question. Okay. Are there any current projects in the work or what's next? So if you ain't currently working on a song, you can tell us about your next tour or concert you're gonna do, or what however you want to elaborate or break down what is next in Big Brutal's music, what's going
So
on with you.
as it goes on right now, we got a lot in the works. You know what I mean? Like this is really like I'm stomping back into it. I took like a 3-year hiatus and did some other stuff. I did like some Christian music for a while and everything. You know what I mean? Like now I'm stomping back into it. I've got 4 upcoming features. You know what I mean? I'm in talks with King Wicked for one. I'm in talks with Nick
Yeah.
Hardaway, Spot Vega, and then Jay Wade from Miscreant Music as well. I know we got a couple tracks with him yet. And then I'm working on 2 separate albums just to represent my artistic pen. You know what I mean? Like I've got the Big Brutal album, which is going to have a lot of that wicked shit, right? And a lot of the still storytelling, still, ambience and different things that I want to talk about and chop it up with. But then there's going to be another album that I'm titling under my own name, Zach Bennett, which is going to be, it's going to be more raw, like life, you know what I mean? Life experiences, things that I'm going through, have been through, whatever else, overcoming things, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of splitting the personality into 2 goals, you know what I mean? And just
No,
making
that's
albums out of
tight.
both. Yeah, man. So
It's almost like your own version of Behind the Paint. Like you have like who I am without this on, and
right,
then
exactly.
here I am, murderous, villainous, in your face,
There it
killing
is.
us. you
That's it.
know.
That's it, man. Yeah. So it's kind of, I got those going. And then as far as shows right now, I'm booking. I'm looking for shows. You know what I mean? Like I'm genuinely just stomping back into it. So now I'm like remaking connections and networking and making things happen. And it's like I'm pretty much open to anything right now. So if you get anybody in the chat or in the views is
Well,
looking to,
I know a guy here from my area. I came and seen you guys over by Fort Wayne. I live over here by Indianapolis.
okay,
And he I just found out that he has ties with the Maryland Rose Center, and I just seen Hex play there. Like they have some
oh
shows
shit,
going on. And
nice,
then
man.
there's a spot called the Black Circle in Indy, and Ouija Mac plays that spot. So like
My bad. I forgot to mention one. This should have been at the top of my noodle. All right. So we're also doing a track with Rocky Rob. All right. We're doing a track with Rocky Rob. And then I think he said Jay Flow is going to be doing the hook on that one. All right. And then he did a song. I'm sure you've heard it maybe potentially with Rocky Rob, that Like a Ghost track. All right.
yeah.
A while back. I was supposed to originally be honest. Some things happened, technical difficulties, but we're re-releasing a remix with my verse on it. So that'll be coming out too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know this? Do you know Chet in the chat? He's
Is he
I don't know
saying he knows
some.
me?
I don't know. Chet, do you know? Do you know Brutal? He
We
said we're
fixing to
fixing.
destroy Earth, he said.
I like the Battle of the Alamo. I don't know. Maybe
Oh
it's
shit.
something random. I don't know. My fault, man. I appreciate the engagement, regardless. Whoop whoop. All right.
Bust.
So I will personally, if I remember that, or you remind me, because I need to get Aaron on here. He does music too himself. But if I can remember, I've tried to be like, hey, I know a guy, and maybe get y'all connected. I don't know how all that work. I don't pretend to be an artist. I'm just fortunate to be intertwined with some of y'all on a, more personal level or whatever. And it kind of makes me feel included, I guess. But yeah,
We love you anyways, man.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Actually, I'm in your crawl space. All right, he's just a homie. That's what it is. Not so cash. What up, Doe? Whoop whoop.
What up? What
What
up?
is
You cool?
good? I appreciate y'all coming through, sneaking in here and stuff. Um, all right, we just got done asking what his any current projects and stuff like that. Sounds like he's open to be booked. He's maybe working on some songs and whatnot. We're gonna be getting all of his links and stuff in the description. So if you're watching this on the replay, you get to beat everybody that has to wait for this whole live, because at that point his links are gonna be right there. You can just click down on the description and go start checking them out. For y'all that are here right now, I appreciate you, and you're gonna get the link too, but still hang out with us. At any rate, okay. So next question then: what is your favorite song, or even songs plural? Maybe give us a couple that you have done, that you have made.
That I have made.
Yeah.
Um, well, I'd like to say
Right.
every newest song is my favorite, but I got one that's unreleased. That's the one that I'm working on with King Wicked right now. I gotta send it out to him so he can put his verse down. That one's called Out the Casket. That one's coming soon.
Ooh, I'm
Aside
ready for
from that,
that.
aside from that, I would say, man, I've done so much music. I think honestly, man, I did a recreation of Insane Clown Posse's "What" from the Bizarre album. All right, and
Yeah.
I think it's because I had so much fucking fun doing the track. Aside from that, maybe Friday the 13th. I like my Jason Voorhees shit. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's my
dope,
shit.
man. You gave us some answers, so
Yes,
that's
sir.
all I can ask.
Fuck yeah,
Everybody
man.
in the chat, be thinking of some questions. When I get to the bottom of this page, I like to open up the table to you guys. So if you hadn't, for whatever reason, asked a question yet, or it hasn't came across your mind, anything. There's no stupid question. Just anything you think would make a good question. Even if you yourself, for whatever reason, don't want to know, but you think a fan would appreciate the answer. Whatever. Help me out. At any rate, yeah. When I get to the bottom of this page, I will be opening the floor for y'all to ask some questions too. Um, all right, brutal. Realistically, where do you want to see yourself in the music industry in 5 years? What's that 5 year plan?
You know what, man? If I was to tell you the truth, man, I've always kind of flown by the seat of my pants. But if it comes down to it, man, if to envision what I see, man, I want to be in a big enough position that I can help as many people as possible, man. I think that's what matters to me the most. You know what I mean? Like I want to see if I could be at festivals across the states having thousands of people in attendance and all having a drawback to helping other people. That's what I would want to see. Genuinely. Yeah.
But you don't want to be signed in 5 years, or I mean, have like your own maybe label or anything like that, or pretty much it's kosher, whatever happens. And I can respect what you just said though about being in a place to help somebody else. So
I guess whatever
yeah,
it takes to get to that means, you know what I mean? The means to that end.
right,
Being signed to a bigger label and things of that nature, that'd be cool and all, but it's more about getting the means to get out there and help other people. You know what I mean? I've been in a lot of bad positions and I want to see other people succeed as much as possible. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
right. Hit that reset button, whoop whoop. Y'all can have some, but you gotta boop them. Uh, have fun on your trip, not so cash. Uh, all right. Where am I at here? If not music, then what? What would you be doing? Would you just be working a 9 to 5, or you think you would still be doing something around or involved in music, or is it just there's no way it would always be music?
If not music, it would be
Right.
entrepreneurship all the way. You know what I mean? Like I maybe running a mobile mechanic service, a food trailer, something like that, getting out there and just making my own bread and hustling for myself. I don't like the idea of a boss being above me. You know what I mean? It's it's uh
Okay.
it's anything that I could do to potentially put my daughter in a position that she could take over the family business and run it herself. Give my daughter a better life. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, that's respectable. I definitely dig it. Um, okay. So, what did you want to be as a kid then? Was it a singer as well? Or like you want to be a firefighter or something else?
So as a kid, man, all right. My first ever dream, dude, and I think it had something to do with Jurassic Park. I wanted to be a paleontologist. I wanted to dig up dinosaur bones. You know what I mean? I want to get out there and fucking
Yeah.
explore shit like that. And then aside from that, yeah, then music. At first it was a dinosaur explorer, then it was music. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I like the
yeah,
damn paleontologist, the dinosaur explorer, damn it. That's dope. I
catchy,
like
man.
dinosaurs too. I just don't think,
Right.
I don't know that I wanted to actually be like a scientist or whatever. But that's dope as shit, man.
Hey,
That's a
no,
different answer too. King
right.
Wicked said whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop,
Not so
King Wicked.
cash. What up, King Wicked? Much love, much love. Yeah, all the love in the chat. I love you guys. Um, have okay. Have you played the?
Uh-oh. Looks like we're running into technical difficulties, y'all. I don't know what's happening over here. Wiggles, come back. Where'd you go, my guy? Where'd you go? Does anybody in the chat potentially have a question to ask while we're in the midst of technical difficulties? Huh? Oh. Hopefully this guy comes back here very shortly. If not, I'm going to put on a little bit of a musical intermission. Catch him in. We're doing a music video for Friday the 13th. Oh, shit. We lost him entirely. All right. So we are doing a music video for the Friday the 13th song coming up here soon. We got, hey, we're back. All right.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I heard you starting to say you were gonna put on a musical or something. What was you gonna put on? And no, it's those stupid dude. I'm gonna leave all Facebook Messenger groups. This is a fair warning to anybody. I'm gonna leave all stupid ass Facebook Messenger groups because when those stupid video calls happen randomly, they interrupt my stream and it disconnects my headphone and it throws me off. And I'm ranting and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ruin your interview. Ugh, Facebook group messages. But the fact that you were about to just go ahead and run with some music, that's fucking dope, dude. I don't even know what you're about to do, but we're going to do that still.
I was just going to play Friday the 13th for those that don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. Oh, no, Sean. Where's your favorite? Oh, that's a question, boy. All right. So I don't know if you started to answer that question or not, but I don't even know if you. Yeah, I didn't even know if you. Okay, no. I was about to ask one before I got disconnected, and the question was, have you ever played at the Gathering of the Juggalos or been to any of them, and if so, how many?
I got to tell you, I've not been to a gathering one time yet. I was going to go this year, but it just so happened to be that my daughter wound up coming a little bit early, and I wound up, anybody who knows me knows when I have my daughter, I ain't doing business. You catching my drift? Like when I have my daughter, It's just my eyes are focused upon her. That's just the way we do things. You know what I mean? But I have not been to yet. No.
King Wicked asks, "Where's your favorite place to hide a body?" Asking for a friend.
You didn't hear it from me, but under the bridge, like Whitey Bulger.
Not so Cash asked, "What's the wildest shit you've ever looked off stage and seen?"
Wildest shit I ever. Okay, so I wasn't on stage. All right, I just got off stage. Like I out at Big Shots in Valparaiso. I opened up for ICP on the Riddle Box tour, right? And I remember seeing, ICP, they're throwing bottles of Fagos out, whatever, and Jay starts throwing out cases of 2 liters, all right? Cases of 2 liters, all right? One at a time. I seen this guy over there, probably about 3-4 people away from me. Bro got his arms out like he's reaching to God, man. And here comes this 2-liter case going straight down, blast him in the face, dude, immediately leaking, dude. It'll get escorted out of there and everything. I still don't know if that dude's right. He definitely broke his fucking nose, dude. That was pretty wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the truth, man. So I shouldn't keep them in my freezer.
Not if you don't want to get caught.
You did play for the Juggalo wrestling show?
I did.
You don't. Somebody
I
said that
did.
in
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ashley.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've opened up for. It was supposed to be ICP on that one too, but Shaggy wound up getting into some trouble, and only Jay showed up, so we got a full on only Violent J performance at the end. That was pretty fucking dope, man. It's fresh, fresh.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah. And even he's like, I never fucking do this, man. You know, it was
So
dope.
your music, you were about to play a CD. I don't care. It's your stream. Do you
Yeah.
have like copyrights to it? Are you how do you
So
upload it? You
this
just
song,
upload it to your channel, or does somebody got rights to the beats? Or
so I technically most of my beats I buy leases. You know what I mean? Some of the beats I did make back in the day. Now I got albums worth of fucking shit that you can go and listen to, but it's technically pirated. You don't want to. I can't sell it. You know what I mean? But
right.
we do have some stuff. This one is 100%. I think it was Syndrome Beats that made the beat on this one. Just Friday the 13th, man. Yeah.
All right, give it a go if you want.
I'm gonna tell you right now, for anybody who might want to be a part of such ventures, I am looking for extras in a music video. We're doing it Friday the 13th all the fucking way around. I had this badass Jason Voorhees mask. It's dope. We're about to go into it. So without further ado, Friday the 13th. You guys can hear that?
Yeah, yeah, I think we can hear it pretty good. Chat, let us know if you can hear it all right.
Come on. What you talking about? Let me grab the step of your mask and really start to walk it out. I hear the team screaming, fuck it. Mommy says it's time to take a mouse and let the other kids is round. Now you can't find stories, just don't look around. Cause I might come around the corner and kids and guys, ice clips, knives, forks, if you ready. Anything about the start stick could be deadly. Hello, it's Mr. Voorhees and please, a pocket open up your chest and maybe give your all the sleeves. Maybe open out the things, see, murder season every week. My mom's rejection is the only reason. Keep to myself with the bloodshed, no cup inside over. I guess it's time to fight for your life. Shit. Bloody my night. Hear me creeping through the woods. There was I go back. It's understood. Beyond my side. Everywhere I go, they all die. They all die. You wanna leave me on the chase? I'll leave you in disgrace. Try me with your pieces and then give myself a taste. So waste the time and you try to hide. So don't jump in your ride, cause you know your mind. I'm back with the mask trap, walking through the bad traps. Looking for your next snap with the next slap. So we're coming strong with the snap back. No chance to react, I'm still moving, even if you clap back. Can't kill him, can't stop him. Try to grill him, could drop, but he's still killing. And you got from the born stealing. Real chilling situation when your blood spilling. Gorilla, Mr. Machete Killer, pick another gorilla, slashing killer, head driller, big crew, the main thriller, sniping on psychopath, killer to dealer. Hear me creeping through the woods. There was psychopath, beyond my side. Everywhere I go, they all die. They all die. Knife to the back of your neck and out of your head. Second punch your head off after an attempted battle. Savages out here is killing like a slaughterhouse through the cattle. So rock your temple, shake your head, really make it rattle. Smash your head with the Batman, check out the fucking gray matter. Fucking after a long day, it's not steel and a splatter. Yeah, for real, it's still a deal. Grab an axe and watch the blood spill. Watch the trip over yourself and going for the kill. Am I simply mentally ill? Over murder is real. It's time to bloody my steel. Machete, you know the deal. My crazy head over here, I'm running by like a bitch. Still know it's fucking real. You see your homies real. From the bloody knife pulling up in the way the skin peels. Yeah, hear me creeping through the woods. There was psychopath, it's understood.
Not Peter. I
So
fuck
that
with
was
it.
Friday the 13th.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Whoop
but
whoop. Put some whoop whoops in the
whoop,
chat, people.
whoop, whoop.
Next question on the list is, and y'all can let us know what you think too. Next question on the list is, if you could collab with any artist, mainstream or underground, who would it be?
Mm. I would say mainstream. I'd probably fuck around and do a track with Jelly Roll. Now, if not Jelly Roll, then Tyler, just because that dude's off the fucking wall. All right. And then as far as underground goes, give me a track with Snack. Snack the Ripper. I'd fucking love to do a track with that dude. All right. Dude's out here killing it. Crazy fucking bars. Yeah.
All right, yeah. That's new names. Well, I think somebody has said Jelly Roll once, but I don't think the one you just said underground. In fact, I'm not even sure I know who that is. That's sad.
Oh, you need to
So
peep. You need
I
you need to
have a
peep that motherfucker. All right.
okay. I have a guilty confession. I don't know. Is like I used to gatekeep my own music for the longest time, for the biggest part of my life. Like if ICP wasn't listing them like publicly, then I probably wasn't really listening to them. I listened to mainstream shit and ICP, and like in the last 7 years, have I started like diving into the underground, and that's part of the reason why these interviews like make sense to me, because I feel like I almost owe it to the artist and myself to get to know you guys, and then hope that maybe somebody else that doesn't know you can find or discover you too. So yeah,
Fuck
I
yeah.
that's my guilty confession there. But you're saying he's pretty dope, huh?
Fucking fire, dude. Off the wall type shit.
All right. I would definitely have to look him up. Okay, so when I ask you guys this question, obviously, if it's just an artist that you only met as your person, then that's cool. I try not to take away from it, but so I'm gonna ask you the question: have you met anyone famous to you? Me, like I just got to meet ICP at the gathering, and I will never to the day I die forget that. But since you guys are all artists, you know, at some point you get at a level where you should be equals or whatever. Obviously there's homage to the clowns or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, as underground artists or whatever. I met Polly Shore, comedian.
Oh,
He was on a
that's
tour.
fucking dope, dude.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's fucking
saying?
dope.
So
Yeah.
that's my person that I like to use for that answer, even though I am fucking honored that I got to meet Shaggy and Jay, and I will never forget that as long as I don't catch some Alzheimer's or some crazy shit. You
Yeah.
know? So have you
Yeah.
met anybody famous to you?
Man, so I met ICP. I did a that Friday the 13th track. I actually recorded that in the Lotus Pod studio. So we did that there, and then they walked in during the studio request, during the recording. It was like, "What's up, fam?" Started, to interrupt your studio session. I was like, "Hey, bro, this is your fucking studio, man. First off, you know what I mean?" And then aside from that, I met Lil White, and took a shot with him. And then was I met Jelly Roll a couple times, Doobie,
See,
Lil Flip, Esham, Big Hoodoo, ABK. I met all those guys.
man.
Lex the Hexmaster, we went up in the green room and we had a couple beers together type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
See, that's dope though. You had them OGs and like some real
Yeah.
memories with them, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking away from it. That's fucking awesome. I just try to
Yeah.
like, just in case people ain't even thinking like that. Like I don't know, you might have met a football player, you know, whatever. I just something to throw out there for the fan, man. I try to think of future fans to come and whatnot.
I will say I haven't met him yet, but the dude will be coming downtown to Niles. All right. Calvin Johnson, Megatron from the Detroit Lions. he owns a dispensary out here, 50-50 with somebody, and I know somebody who's in there. So I will be meeting Calvin Johnson. I just haven't done it yet.
Right.
But yeah, dude, Detroit Lions fan to the day I die, and we are fucking killing the game right now. All right,
So
we are
I've
fucking
been
killing the game. 2-0. Fuck you mean?
I've been to Busch Stadium and watched the Cardinals play baseball a few times, but I never got to meet none of the players or anything like that. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. King Wicked said Megatron.
Megatron, dude. And that's even doper, man, because I'm an old school Transformers fan from back in the day. You know what I mean? Motherfucking
Right.
Decepticons for the win, you know?
Uh,
Yeah.
Chet said I played guitar with Jerry Cantrell. I'm not sure I know who Jerry is, but that's dope.
Not right
I'm
off
gonna
the
have to
not
look him
right off
up
the
now.
top, man. Yeah, go
Right.
ahead.
Sounds like an oldies like rock or maybe
Something like
something.
that. Let's see who
Uh
Jerry Cantrell is.
right. Pull it up on the old Googleness. While you're pulling it up, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah, fuck red. Blue all day. Damn right
Oh,
red.
it's
You
the
didn't see
other
it.
singer from Alice in Chains.
That's fucking dope, Chet. All right. That's fucking
Yeah.
dope, Chet. Hey, shouts out
Bro.
to Chet, man, in the chat. Shouts out. You know what I mean? Whoop whoop.
Right.
That's cool as fuck, man.
Hell yeah. I gotta shout out Moby. That's my homie, man. He's a real homie. He be supporting a homie when he ain't got a nothing. Whoop whoop Moby.
Whoop whoop, Moby.
Um, what is your favorite domesticated and wild animal? Moby,
I
don't
would
talk to me about Mad Season, okay? That's my Lane Staley, man. That's my shit. You ain't schooling me on that shit.
So, as far as domesticated animals, man, I got dogs. I got 3 of them. You know what I mean? Dogs, best friend you can get, loyal to a fucking T. Dope. All right. Uh, as far as wild animals, tigers all day long. Tigers. You know, and it's like my soul
Yeah,
animal. I got a tattoo of a fucking tiger right here. You know what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
freaking dope. And ironic because my wild animal is a white tiger specifically. And
Fuck yeah.
I do say just dogs in general, pits in specific.
Yep. That's
So, but I got a
I got a
cat.
kid
He's
with
a
2
weird ass
mixes.
cat. His name is Bob, and he ain't got a tail. So,
Dude, speaking of cats, you know what happened today as I was gearing up for this? All right. I don't own a cat, okay? But as I was walking outside, all right, I went to step down. There's a little fucking calico kitten, dude, sitting on my fucking porch, eating a rotten pumpkin, dude. Right now.
oh no.
I got it right now. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
swear, yeah, dude's
he's
like,
gonna be your cat or she. I don't
right, something like that, and make sure she
know.
goes somewhere. You know what I mean? She's like,
Right.
dude, she's sick and frail and shit, man. I don't know. I felt bad for her, you know? Yeah.
At least get her back on her toes. That's dope. Give her a fighting chance. I Michelle. I don't know what Suicide Girl show.
Those are some
Oh, I
really sexy, fucking freaky girls, man. That's what the fuck
r-
that is.
really. Well, maybe I need to check them out now. Shit, I thought that was like a punny at Suicide Boys or something. I didn't know that
No,
was
man,
like some real.
Suicide Girls have been around for a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. They say when cats appear to you randomly, they are trying to suck out negative energy. Well, there you
Well, I
go.
really appreciate that, cat. Something else happened like a year and a half ago. I actually went fucking viral on TikTok because of this shit. Like, I walked outside and there was this fucking fox, dude. And like this fox was curled up next. No, I came home and this fox was curled up on the front lawn, dude. And it like looked at me as I went to open the door. I thought it was a raccoon. I was like, what the fuck? Right? And it wound up getting up, walking over to me, smelling me, and then sitting down like a fucking dog, scratching its ear, just like, you know what I mean?
No shit.
I shit you not, dude. The video like blew up 18 million views overnight type shit. You know what I mean? And then
That's crazy.
I swear. And then like everybody in the chat was like, peer pressure. You got to find this fox. And it turned out I did find the fox. It took me 3 days to track it down. I literally got this fox, put it in a crate, and put it in the back, and put it in my truck with me. All right. And then kept it overnight and brought it to a wildlife rescue. And like, I got all this shit's documented. You know what I mean? Yeah, she
Actually,
knows. She
like I
definitely
remember
saw
that.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
That shit was
That's
wild.
crazy, bro. It's like, look,
Right.
I ain't gonna mess with him, and he ain't gonna mess with me, and we just here.
Right.
Dude, that's a
Right.
bond. That's like it trusted you, and I hope the wildlife people done the appropriate thing and didn't hurt it, and that's
They
beautiful,
didn't hurt
man.
it. They didn't hurt it. I don't like. They got pretty pissed off at me because I got put on the news about it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, all right.
Fox 22 got and put me on the news or whatever, and they were like, "This dude found a fox," basically in the wildlife center. They were mad. I was like, I was just trying to get you guys donations, so they like barred me from ever being able to see this fox again. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But at one
Wow.
point, I was thinking about trying to keep it. You know what I mean? Go me and
Right,
whatever the
right.
fuck else. Like it was a domesticated fucking animal, and you could tell. Wild, dude. Yeah,
That is crazy.
yeah.
All right, people, we are on the next page. So before I start these questions, I want you guys to just rather up in your head and give me a question. Somebody ask a question that's not in my book for this man. Think about it and ask a question. Any question. Um,
Any question?
I'll ask
You want
one
to take good?
that ain't on in my list of questions while you guys are thinking of a question that I've never asked. I got a question similar to it that we're gonna get to, but it's about something kind of different but similar. So I'm just gonna ask, do you do the same face paint every time?
Absolutely not. Some of the things are pretty like on point and similar, but like if you pay attention, the eyebrows always change. They're never the fucking same. And every once in a while, I do some stitch work and shit like that. Sometimes I dumb down the other shit. So it's always the smile and the frown. You know what I mean? But I change it up a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope. I only recently tried to bring my own design to effect the other day, and I wore it for a couple videos. I even done a couple interviews in it or whatever. And it's a work in progress or whatever. But I had wrote it or designed it in this book like 6 months before the gathering, and just brought it to life. But it kind of looks well. Dang it, that light sucks. Pretty much, you have
I could see
like
it. Yeah.
yeah, smile little
You know
thing or
what?
whatever.
It kind of looks similar to this.
Yeah,
Not
so like I
entirely.
done the dashes. No, I didn't do arches above the top. I just have four dashes, but like across from each other, these ones would just be like outlines. So it wouldn't be filled in
Hey,
black. It would just be done, and then uh, diagonal across the same thing, and then
yeah,
the other two are actually colored in, and so on and
I see,
so
man.
forth.
Yo, it's like when I first started, this is like, as you can see, it's more like arched. You know what I mean? But when I started,
Right.
it was more like, you know what I mean? And I didn't have the
Um.
extra lines here. And, I didn't do the top of this eye here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I left it just an outline. I don't know. So, yeah,
Moby asked, "Have you seen Terrifier 3 yet, or at
you guys
all?"
gonna
I don't know.
fucking hate me. You guys gonna fucking hate me. I haven't seen any of the Terrifier movies yet. Like I just
Ah,
started seeing fucking ads for it. Like, but I definitely want to watch them all. I'm going to be watching them all. I know that 1 and 2 are on fucking Tubi, and I'm a juggalo and I like free shit, so I'm gonna be on there.
whoop whoop, Christopher
Whoop,
Dunlap. I'm
whoop.
just seeing your comment, buddy. Sorry. I'm 43, bro, so I grew up where ICP formed, but Juggalos are the shit too. Okay. Much.
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
dude.
articulate. Much love from Nelbat Records. What's up, homie? You were part of
Thank
one of
you,
my
dude.
recent interviewers. I need to have you need to contact me too. That's what I'm getting at, but that's neither here nor there. Trying to see if there's any more questions in here. Ashley has to run. Good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, yeah, yeah. Nothing but love, Ash.
Appreciate you. Moby said indica or sativa?
Man, back in the day when I could fucking smoke, it was definitely indica. You know what I mean? Like these days, I don't know what the fuck happened. My brain chemistry changed or something. I take a little baby hit and I'm like, I'm fucking fried, dude. You know what I mean? Like I can't smoke no more, man. I can't smoke.
Man, that
Yeah.
sucks. I kind
I'm
of
in a
feel it
legal
though.
fucking state.
My tolerance is a little different. Even if like I don't know, I can't smoke as much or not if I'm gonna be active and out and about, but I like that knockout still to go to sleep.
To be fair, man, it sucks, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I don't know if I got laced or what, but I literally used to every fucking morning. I would roll 7 blunts. I would roll 7 blunts, cut them down into half, stick them in a cigarette pack, and they'd be gone before the end of the day. Every fucking day. Now, like I said, I take a fucking baby hit and I'm like wigging the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, so he
I don't know.
definitely ain't doing no dabs, chat, let alone
No
hitting the
fucking
sparks.
dabs, man. No fucking dabs. Yeah.
Ugh.
I used to love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
I used
all
to
good.
love it.
I've always said, even if for whatever reason I couldn't smoke, and there's been times in my life, because, well, I'm not proud of that, but you know what I'm saying, probation and whatnot, I'll always advocate for marijuana because it
Oh,
has
cool.
so many good things. Just, it may not be for everybody, and that's okay too. Just don't hate on it, you know.
No, I ain't
No,
no
I'm not
fucking hate.
saying you're hating.
No,
I'm just
I dig it. I
genuine.
dig it. Like
uh,
100%. If you give me a fucking joint at a show or something, I'm probably just gonna go give it to my brother. You know, like you
right.
know,
Hey, I
like
got you
that's
this.
how it is. I'm like, hey, bro, I got you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah.
I can't smoke after I quit. I get paranoid now,
That's
bro.
kind of what happens to me. So I can level. I don't know who said that, but I feel you. You know what I mean?
Christopher Dunlap.
Gotcha.
Michelle, I carry a pen with me now. It helps my anxiety. Michelle, that's what this is. I don't know if it's in camera. That's a one
That's what
gram
it used to do.
hybrid cart.
That's what it used to do for me. Now it like increases anxiety. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You know? Yeah. I mm.
All right. I'm gonna jump to the next question then, I suppose. And as I said, guys, still be asking questions. If questions come to mind, go ahead and get them up there. But we're gonna jump into this one. I like to ask it. Being in the underground scene, how do you try to separate yourself from everybody else? Because there's a lot of people in the underground scene, obviously.
Man, stage performance and my music speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like a lot, I've been compared to some artists. I've never been compared to anybody in the underground aside from like bigger figures. You know what I mean? And like even then, it's I guess the most truly accurate fucking description I've heard of my music that from what I've heard is somebody had told me like, dude, you sound like Blaze wrapped up with fucking DMX, Violent J, and Biggie in a fucking burrito, bro, with a little bit of Tiger in the
Oh,
darkness. You know what I mean?
oh,
So
I could get
that
it.
yeah, yeah. And it's like
I
and
could,
that's yeah,
man.
right.
Even
Now
your
you
talking,
hear it,
your talking is definitely like Blaze, kind of. uh, I don't know. Even no, definitely, yeah,
yeah.
definitely Blaze. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I went to that show, not expecting to be amused by too many people at all. I went for my homies selfishly. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't got to see them perform since the Gathering, King Wicked, Hearst Boy. That's my fucking homies, bro. And I went there. I'm not rude. I enjoy. I like to be like I challenge myself to be like, ooh, I like this person or they're all right, but not too often am I really like caught off guard. And it's not to say not too often am I not enjoying new artists. I'm a connoisseur of music, man.
Right.
Since but your stage performance really like made me pick up my phone, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like this big dude is moving and he's getting it, and his vocals are staying steady. He's bouncing around, but his voice ain't bouncing off. It ain't getting too choppy. Like he's doing his thing. I'm like, wow, okay. And I could only my phone was like dying. That was before I brought my charger in, and like I could only capture a couple short videos of you. And I wish I got like a long form video. Like you definitely have a stage presence about you, and yeah, as you said, your voice does match that burrito, to
Right.
say the least.
Right.
Um, yeah, all right.
Definitely
Um,
appreciate the love too, man. It's a big deal.
what music did your parents listen to, and do you think it at all played an effect or role in how you do music or make music?
Essentially, I'd say that it did, but it's they definitely okay. So they were on completely opposite spectrums of who the fuck and what they were listening to. Uh, so my dad was like Motley Crue, AC/DC, LA Guns, you know what I mean, Megadeth type shit. You know, I'm a Kiss. That was a big. That was all his side. You know, my dad's side of the family, and I grew up. I like that kind of music too, but there wasn't a whole lot of realistically hip hop from my parents wasn't really a thing. You know what I mean? Like my mom listened to a little bit of Eminem when everybody fucking was, But
Right.
what is it? She was more like White Zombie, fucking Nirvana, you know what I mean? Shit like, the Smashing Pumpkins, shit like that. And she's very alternative grunge. Adios, Michelle, whoop whoop. But it's she was very 90s grunge rock, 90s fucking alternative type of shit. And I can say this. I did, however, crowd surf at a White Zombie concert before I ever left the fucking womb.
Yeah.
100%, dude. 100%, dude. My mom was out there getting wild. She was a blast. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say that you know definitely the horror aspect, because Rob Zombie, White Zombie, shit like that,
yeah.
Corn and all that kind of shit, and then fucking my dad even with Kiss, you know what I mean? It's still we grew up in a very alternative, darker music, style scenario, you know what I mean? Like to this day,
Right.
Megadeth
So
is
then,
still
did
my
your
favorite fucking
parents?
band.
Um, I don't think I asked you. How old are you?
I'm 33,
Okay, I'm 32. So then,
thousand fucking years old.
did your parents acknowledge, appreciate, or have distaste for ICP at all? Did they even know who they were?
So on my mom's side, my mom was always like detested by. She wasn't a real big fucking fan of. Oh, you know what I mean? Like somewhere in her late 30s, she started becoming like later in life, she started becoming a country girl. Started changing up her whole ideal and all that shit. But as far as my dad's side, oh, they all embraced ICP, man. I pretty much turned an entire generation of my family into fucking juggalos and lets, man.
Yeah.
Gifted out fucking hatchet man chains and everything, dog. Like we became a family of fucking clowns. It was wild, bro.
That
100%.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, you said you just kind of mentioned it, which leads kind of to our next question. Do you have any siblings, and do they support your music?
I have fuck, man. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 siblings, 2 of which support it pretty much. You know what I mean? The other 2, stepsister, she's got other things to worry about. She's got like another baby on the way, shit like that. But
Right, live.
my oldest sister, she supported somewhat, you know what I mean? She didn't 100% understand it. She wasn't, that's on my mom's side. She didn't have it. She didn't live the scrub life. You know what I mean? She
Right,
didn't get,
right,
she,
yeah.
she was a very popular person, very pretty. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so we were on different ends there. But
I gotcha.
what is it? She still tries to support my music. Like I said, I did that Christian album and everything. I went really hardcore religious for a couple of years there. And in the midst of that, she wound up becoming like a hardcore Christian. You know what I mean? She don't understand what the hell I'm doing out here right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What did you do to yourself?
why did she go back? And I'm like, at the end of the day, like I still like I'm not gonna make up any stories. Like I'm for God first. You know what I mean? Like I am a Christian. I just don't make that everybody else's problem, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I live my life. God is good and I am me. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna knock you, homie. That's your choice, your prerogative there.
yeah.
Okay. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 years old, what would you tell yourself, if anything at all, and why?
Don't fuck with these groupies, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
100%, dog. Don't fuck with these groupies, dog. Either that or like on a serious note too. I would say don't let nothing stop you, and their opinion does not make your fucking reality. That's what I would say.
Okay, I feel it.
Yeah.
Um, do you think that your skill came natural, or was it something that you decided you wanted to do and you had to learn and practice? Like some people, they say, are born with the natural skill or talent, and then some people are equally as talented, but they had to learn that, objective and practice a lot and so on and so forth. Was you born to be a singer, or did you decide to become a singer?
As far as singing, I got like vocals have always been there. Like singing, I can sing. Rap, it's hip hop bars, stuff like that. It's hard to say because I started out being 15 years old, drunk at keggers and shit, fucking freestyling because motherfuckers told me to freestyle. I was like, dude, I can't fucking rap. And that's how it started, right? And then I just freestyled for years. And then finally, by the time I did start writing, I was already, phenomenal with it. And this Moby, you're 100% correct. But what is it? I want to say that it's wild because sometimes, man, I take a little bit of time. It might take me a little bit of time to write a track, but there are some songs, and a lot of them, as a matter of fact, that if I feel the flow of the beat, that song will be written in 10, 15 minutes tops, done, and I'll have it recorded in a half hour type shit. You know what I mean?
Dang.
It's just, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like I got a track that's called Truth Be Told, and the truth be told behind Truth Be Told, I wound up doing that. I wrote the song in 10 minutes, the entire song. It's three fucking 16s, all right? Three 16s over the whole thing, all right? I wrote it just because I felt the beat, recorded it in 20 minutes, released it, and then had the music video recorded and released it all in the same day. All in the same day. Shit you not.
Bro. Hell
And go
yeah.
watch the video. It's fire. You know what I mean? It's probably one of my best music videos. I'm not wearing no face paint. It's one of my Zach Bennett tracks. You know what I mean? But I say
Okay.
Biggie Brutal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. That's dope though. All right. So pretty much like you were born with skill, but you're admitting that some stuff takes a little practice and time and
I would say,
whatnot.
yeah, absolutely. If there was
Okay.
anybody out there right now that wanted to know what it took, you know what I mean? I would say continuously write over a couple of tracks. You know what I mean? Write one song, scrap it. Write another, scrap it. Write another one, just and compare them. And over time, you're going to see that even those who don't necessarily have what some of us are gifted with, you can create that over time. You know what I mean? I've seen it with others, and even with my own pen, I've watched myself grow and excel as well. You know, yeah.
I'm just looking up here in the chat. Somebody also asked. I think it was Moby.
Whoop,
First, I'm
whoop.
gonna give a shout out to my dude
Chat.
Jack. He's at work, so he couldn't really be here. But he's a damn good mod, and he really supports the community and uplifting people. So I like to give him his props when he comes in. Here's a question. And Moby, you might need to give us clarification. He's saying worst show versus the best show. So I'm guessing he's talking about what's the worst show you've had versus the best show you've had?
I will say so. I'll start with the worst. The worst show we opened up for Mayday. Now that sounds crazy because Mayday is fire, right? Right. But the promoter that was running that show, the guy who usually promotes the shows, he got fired basically. He's fucking over the artists and everything else. He got fired. So there was, as far as promoting and getting it to the fans and getting the tickets in their hands, we had next to nothing compared to what we usually have. So what should have been a packed venue with like 400, 500 people in it wound up being like 20 people in front of the stage. And like Mayday was pissed. It sucked. The whole, you know what I mean? And then to
Right.
make matters worse, I go to jump up on the stage and I catch my foot up on the fucking railing. Pow! You know what I mean? It
Ooh,
was just a shit situation. You know what I mean? Uh,
right.
I mean, I still got love. It was still dope in a sense, but I would say that was the worst show experience. As far
Right.
as like best, best, believe it or not, hmm, best one. Probably, probably the Riddle Box tour with ICP. Probably that one.
Yeah.
That one was fucking sick.
God.
Like, you know what I mean? Not only did I get to see them do their shit and bring back the old Riddle Box shit, but it was like, dog, we went. That was when I was doing a duo group called Murder Code Abstract, MKA, me and Beezy, and we put together a hell of a performance. We had another buddy of mine get on stage as Top Hat Jones. He was a fucking undead leprechaun, and we tossed him into the fucking audience. It was a blast, dude. It was and the amount of love, I think that's what did it for me, was just like the amount of love that we received from the audience. You know what I mean? They were asking for
Right.
encores and shit, and we couldn't even give it to them because we had a set time limit. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
How
that was
did
dope.
you how did you get on that? Like you said that was the clowns. How do
So
you get on a opening for the clowns?
that was that's tricky business. That's showmanship. That's ticket sales. That's pretty much proving your merit as an artist at like a bigger venue like that. Uh when it came down to it, there was only 3 artists that they even thought to bring in front of ICP. It was us and 2 other guys, and then there was only one guy that got the slot before us that wound up going on. And there was a bunch of people biting and wanting for it. But it was like networking, the fact that we had done so many shows there and that we had built a following, as well as
Right.
ticket sales, you know what I mean? And crowd engagement. There's a lot to it, getting something like that.
And
Yeah.
nothing became of that though. Like I mean, I know it's hard to like. I've heard it can cost upwards towards like $20,000 to even get the clowns to even think about being on a song with you anymore nowadays. And I don't remember when you said that exact show was, but there was no talk or anything of like, man, can we do another with you? Or it was just that one time deal thing, or
So it was all through the promoters, you know what I mean? And we did. So I've opened up for the clowns 3 times now. And the second time was supposed to be both of them, but it was the JCW show. And like I said, Shaggy, he got fucked up. You know what I mean?
right,
Uh,
right,
I guess he hurt his leg again or some shit. But we did a couple of shows with them. Like
okay.
to go down the list, I've opened up for everybody on Psychopathic aside from Ouija Mac. I haven't opened up for him yet, but God willing, I will. All right. Uh, I've opened up for most of MNE, Twisted included. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's it's really, like I said, it's like, and even like I've had some opportunities and stuff that came through over the years that wasn't ICP. Like I kind of talked with ABK a little bit about Native World, and that nothing ever really came of that. And what was it? I still I've been debating on sending MNE and EPK just to see what happens, but that's
Yeah.
something that, you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't mind working with them guys. You know, I grew up listening to them just as much as I did ICP, so it's like, you know, it's
Right, right.
I love the music, but
Yes.
you know, there was little bits, little pieces, you know what I mean? I had, you know, there's a video of Blazy Dead homies shouting me and Rocky Rob out on a track, and it's a
Right,
bunch of stuff,
right.
you know.
No, that's dope,
Yeah.
man. I couldn't even imagine the amount that you got to do. I just didn't know, like, you got to open for him. If anything could have, would have, should have, became of, getting to open for
Yeah.
ICP. I would like use that as my forefront runner as I'm promoting my music. Like, look, motherfuckers, I open for the clowns. That's something. But
Yeah.
no,
It was pretty dope,
that's
man.
dope.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who or what inspired slash came up with your name and your logo? So how did Big Brutal come about? And does Big Brutal have a logo that is you? So if I see it on this car, on this house, on this wall, like I know that's Big Brutal.
Okay. So the name Big Brutal came from I want to say a couple of different things. I was paying an homage to a couple of different things. So when I originally started, I wanted to rap and I really wasn't doing shit yet. I was about, 12, 13 years old, and I came up with the name Brutal Z, and I never did anything with it. You know what I mean? And all the other middle schoolers, everybody called me Brutal back then. That's just a brutal, 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 brutal. You know what I mean? And
Right.
years later, thanks to a friend of mine that passed, rest in peace, Carly. She called me Big Z. You know what I mean? She called me Big Z. And I was going by Biggie Z for a little bit there because of that. And it was kind of an homage to her, and there was an homage to, everybody calling me Brutal back in the day. And now it's just I put the two names into one. And now it's just Big
Okay.
Brutal. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
rest in peace to your friend. And then do you have a logo or a symbol, or is it just your name on whatever you create? Like, do you create merch or
If
anything
you
like
see
that?
if you see these letters anywhere, TMRDTW, that's my own invention. You know what I mean? That's a record label that we started from the ground up, holding broomsticks and a tattered rag up with a spray paint. You know what I mean? Like that's how it got
Yeah.
started. Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's those initials mean then? Like that's you do have a label or that's your label?
That's one of the two that I'm working with currently that I'm trying to bring back up again. I've got TMRDTW and TMEF, which ultimately we get into that. So TMRDTW was the original. That means Trouble Mindset Recordings. Man, whoop whoop, thank you, Chris. And then it means Trouble Mindset Recordings, Darker Thoughts Within. You know what I mean? If you're rocking with my music, you probably got some screws loose and you probably got some darker thoughts cooking in that old noodle. You catching me? That's that's
Yeah.
that's you know what I mean? I live it, so I bring it. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that was something that I did, and I got put on with Sick Minded Music for a while. You know what I mean? SMM with Too Sick and Opie McNasty and Port, rest in peace. You know what I mean? And all them and BZ Sick Inc. Spot, Spotty Loke Vega, and some stuff went down, some bad blood or whatever else. Spotty got kicked. I wound up leaving the label and I started TMEF, which was Twisted Motives Entertainment Fam, because at that point I felt burnt. So the motives became twisted. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that was what I was starting to fly with before I took the 3-year hiatus. I'm just bringing TMRDTW back into the fold again. You know what I mean? We're paying an
Right.
homage to the roots, the grassroots, the beginning. You know, so if you see the TMRDTW stamp or the TMEF stamp, that's me. You know what I mean? You see, otherwise you just see Big Brutal. You know,
Do you have merch?
I will. I will. I did have some merch. We wound up selling out of that, but upcoming, I've got the stuff to get it in. I've got t-shirts, hats. We should have dog tags again. Maybe some tumbler cups. You know,
Okay.
I've got masks right now. They're all custom, handmade, hand painted masks that I do myself, and that all have Big Brutal and the Big Brutal scribbled on the inside with the year that I made them, and you know
I might have to
stuff
hit
like
you up
that.
on one of those to use in my streams, but I'm a beanie guy. Do you have beanies?
Working on it. I am working on it. That's something I wanted to do. I used to be a visor beanie guy, so you know what I mean. Like that's something I
Bro, you
want to
get
get
the
into.
visor ones? Ooh.
Now you see what I'm
Even
cooking
if
with
I
here.
didn't listen to you, I would rock with a visor beanie, and
I'm just
it'd
saying,
be
man.
like free promotion, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
bro. It's like
that's
you
dope.
see what we're cooking with over here. So you
Oh,
know,
all
as
right.
as it
Yeah.
sits right now, the TMR DTW thing, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep holding that up or if I'm going to just go back to doing TMEF. Right now, it's kind of in a standstill, and
Okay.
yeah, there's other offers afoot. We'll see what happens. Now that people are starting to understand that I'm fucking for real and I'm back in this music industry shit and they ain't no stopping me.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Dude, you
Yeah,
have the power to push.
that's it, man.
Um, what's your favorite movie? And if you can't list just one, then maybe give us a couple. When I'm put on the spot, my favorite movie is Blow.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's Tommy Boy. All right. Chris
Oh,
Farley. Chris Farley is my favorite fucking funny guy ever, man. And Tommy Boy's my shit, dude. You know what I mean?
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you're
There we
driving
go.
along, fuck down. I can't stop. You know what I mean? That shit cracked me up every time, dog. You know what I mean? But that's my shit, man. No lie. Yeah. Anything
Yes.
Chris Farley, really, because that dude's just funny as fuck to me. But yeah.
Okay. When you're not making music, what music are you listening to?
Whew. I listen to my psychopathic shit. I listen to my MNE shit. I listen to old school psychopathic, but I also I listen to a lot of like I said, Snack the Ripper. I listen to a lot of Flatbush Zombies. I listen to a lot of fucking really all over the place, man. I got lists that are filled with metal and fucking
You do
techno and
you do you listen to every genre? Like you listen, like let's talk mainstream. You listen to like country, rock, obviously, or no, not
the only
really, or
I don't. I the only fucking country artist that I've ever been able to physically stand is Cody Jinks, and that's because his mindset's different. You know what I mean? Like the
yeah.
hippies and the cowboy shit. Like I feel it, because I'm like, damn, he sounds like he's talking about me, but from like a cowboy perspective. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah,
Now, I'm not a
I,
big country fan myself. I do have a favorite artist, and there are a few songs I'll rock or whatever. But like, I'll get into some reggae, and like I'll fuck with Bob
I like reggae.
Marley
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
classic alternative, and obviously 70s, 60s rock and 80s rock. I'm all over the
Funny you
place.
say
I'm
that,
a
man. It's funny you say that. I got a whole fucking playlist dedicated to nothing but Vietnam era, rock. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I like different music sometimes, even if I don't know the words or whatever. If it's got a different like tune or beat or the lyrics, I can kind of vibe what's going on, even if I don't really know it or I don't think it sounds right with the sound, but the words are
yeah.
resonating. Like I'll give it a chance. The only thing I don't really listen to is gospel or opera, and that's no offense to your what you stated earlier. That's just my
Look,
personal.
man, I am in no way, shape, or form the judgmental Christian that most people are these days, man. Uh, I'm 100% in belief that if Jesus is the guy that I believe in, and from what I've read and what I've learned to believe, that he kind of you know came out here and did it for fucking everybody, not just for a select few. So my eyes are a little bit
Right,
different
right.
than everybody
Yeah.
else. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
I
you can
get
keep
it.
whipping your own ass, but at the end of the day, the sinful nature is going to pop itself back up again. Does that mean you're back up for judgment and recourse? I don't think so.
All right. Believe it
You
or
know what I
not,
mean?
I'll even put my own foot in my mouth with just saying that. And that's only because I did not know at first. But there is one Christian alternative rapper that I will fuck with, and you'll probably know. Uh, NF. And I don't
NF, all
know,
right, brother.
he might have denounced himself again or whatever. But when I found him, I had not known, and he was in fact like a
That's how it
Christian
was when I found him,
rapper.
man.
And I'm like, no way, bro. Like, I'm digging this. What? Like, does
Yeah,
that mean I can't listen to it? But no, it doesn't, because I apply it to where it fits in my life. His words are just strong, and he does have a good voice, and
he does.
so yeah. And every once in a blue moon there is just a full on outright Christian singer by the name of Jeremy Camp, and
Jeremy Camp. Uh,
I can't help but to like his voice. He sings a song, I still believe, and stand by faith.
yeah,
Um, he's got something. If you really do be vibing, maybe you might vibe him. But so like, I'm not a
there's
hater either. In the same
so
sense that you're not a Bible thumper, I'm not a hater. You know, like I've been in and
right.
out myself. I've done my own research, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Man, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't judge anybody. You know what I mean? You tell me you
right.
believe in
Who am I
Allah,
to judge? Right.
you tell me you believe in Allah, that's cool, bro. We're cool. You know what I mean? You tell me you believe in paganism. I get my brother Spotty is a pagan who calls himself a Christian pagan, which to me don't make any sense, but I
Oh,
still love
Christian
him
Norse
anyways.
pagan. Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And I'm like, hey, brother, if whatever floats your boat, man, that's your avenue. That's what you want to believe in. I got no judgment for you. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
my spiritual walk is a personal one, and so is yours. Anybody who makes it outside of that is not being true to self. That's the way I see it. You know?
Yes, sir. All right,
Yeah.
enough with the heavy-ish. Let's get back to
All
a little
right.
fun. The next set of questions are either or. So I'm going to list two or three options, give or take, and you have to pick out of those options. You can't come up with your own answer. You just got to kind of select. So either or. Um, Twix or Reese's?
That's a tough one, man. What the fuck? How you gonna hit me with a hard one
Yeah,
first?
yeah,
All
it's
right.
either chocolate and peanut butter or chocolate and caramel.
Yeah, but you get the cookie too, man. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we like incorporate and do like a take five? You know what I mean?
No, no.
Man, ultimately, probably Reese's. No lie, probably a fucking
Okay.
Reese's.
Yeah.
I feel
Summer
like
or winter? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I feel like 10% of my gut came from Reese's alone. You know,
Right.
summer all day, dude. Fucking summer, dude. I
All
cannot
right.
stand. Yeah.
I got to take a quick minute to shout out Woody Whoop Whoop Whoop, open hearted Juggalos in recovery,
Whoop, whoop.
supporting the motherfucking ha. That's
I'm in
my
that
brother
group.
from another
I'm in that
mother.
group.
That's my brother, Woody Woo boy.
I'm in
He's
that
like
group on
we're like
Facebook, dude.
twins. Yeah, yeah, that's Woo baby.
No
Um,
shit, man.
all right. Day or night?
If it's man, that's a tough one. If I'm feeling like having a blast night, but I would say it's a toss up, man. But ultimately, I think I have more fun at night. You know,
Yeah, I just don't do mornings. I hate waking up. I'm usually grouchy. It takes a few hours for me to come around, and then I'm straight. Let's go rock the night or afternoon.
you gotta get 3 cups of coffee in you, man. It'll change your whole life every
Nah,
day.
I'm addicted to freaking monsters, so like I gotta
I used
wake
to
up
do
and
that,
drink
man.
2 of those bastards.
Monster and hot Cheetos, man. The breakfast of champions.
Yeah. Woody Woo said Big Brutal is
Family.
family.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Nicole said he is a peach in the morning. Yeah, I am. Ah, shit. All right. Truck or car?
Oh man, I like motors, man. I like to go fast. Ricky Bobby, you know what I mean? That's a tough one, man. Because I like my cars and I like my trucks. But if it came down to it, a truck is more useful, but I can go a little bit faster in my car. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But if make or break, probably a fucking truck.
Yeah, that's
Probably a
me,
truck.
man. You can always make $1 with a truck. It's gonna cost you
Exactly.
$1, but you can make $1.
You can start a
Uh,
business with a truck and a sticker, man. You know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, all right, you're going on a date night with your sweetie pie. Are
My
you going
sweetie
on?
pie.
Are you going to a movie night or you going roller skating?
Fuck. Probably the fucking movie, man. Probably the fucking movie, man. I don't know. I'm getting older now, man. I want to fuck myself up getting out roller skating, you know? Just want a
Bro,
little
I just
fucking yeah.
I miss skating. I really would like to get a pair of blades and just do some freestyle skating. And a movie night, like it just depends on the movie. Like we try to go to the movies often, but sometimes I get in there and I just freaking pass out. Like if the movie ain't that good, like I might mess around and waste my $20 sleeping in the bitch.
You take
So
them to a scary movie so that way they have a reason to punch you. You know what I mean? I'm
Uh,
just saying, man.
all right. Pizza or pasta?
Oof. Pizza all day long.
Oh.
All day long.
All right. Speaking in regards to your fans, are you more active on Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook, man, but everybody keeps pulling me to Instagram, so you will be seeing more of Big Brutal on Instagram. I will say that.
All right. TikTok or Twitter?
I don't even use X. I have one,
Okay.
but I don't use it. You know what I mean? But TikTok is a most definite, man. I got a pretty big following thanks to that whole Fox story. So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I might have
yeah.
to look you up. I didn't know you were on there. I think I shared one of your little clips on there. I'm not, I think, maybe not, but I'm going to have to
You
look
can
you up on
find me on
TikTok.
there as Big Brutal of TMRDTW, man. You know? Yeah.
Okay. Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi. Fucking
Okay,
Pepsi, dude.
that was quick, boy.
Fucking, but
Uh,
realistically, neither of them. I'd rather have an RC.
oh, no
I
shit.
swear,
Okay,
dude.
well, on that subject, what's your favorite Fago?
Oof. Moon Mist Blue. Moon Mist Blue.
Hmm, I'm not sure I've
Fire.
had that one. I would
Fire, dude.
say my go-to on a regular is firework.
Fire.
The orange is pretty good if you have to. Cotton candy's a second favorite. Every now and again, I like the candy apple, and the dreamin' ain't half bad.
The candy apple is a heartburn fucking express, though. That's the only thing I don't like it. They're delicious, but they give me fucking heartburn every time, dude. Every time.
Man,
And if you can get your hands on it, if you can get your hands on it, Moon Mist Red tastes like you're drinking circus peanuts. I shit you not. I
ooh,
shit you
okay.
not. If you can get your hands on it, Moon Mist Red. Yeah.
Shout out Big Brutal. Bradley, appreciate you,
Whoa,
homie.
whoa.
Lord Farquaad up in the ha. What up?
Lord, fuck what? He hoofed it. He hoofed
Yeah.
it.
Pie or cake?
Poof, pie. Always with the pie. Yeah.
All right. Chocolate, vanilla, or mint ice cream?
Chocolat. All right.
Uh,
Chocolat.
all right. Mexican food or Chinese?
Mexican food all day long, dude. You catch me at El Amigo Pepe on a fucking Friday afternoon. Fucking
All right, since you said Mexican, are we doing hard tacos or burritos?
oof. Probably fucking burritos.
Okay. You just ate all that food. Now you have a choice. Now, that's just perfect. No, the next question really is as follows. You either have to take a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you got to take a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water so you don't dehydrate.
I'll be dancing in the rain the whole way, bro. Fuck that. Straight, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Surfing or skateboarding?
I have never surfed, but that just seems fucking awesome, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
dude. You know what I mean, dude? Like, I don't even mind if a shark wants to bite my arm off. That's a hell of a fucking story.
Right. You stand up on a skateboard though?
Oh yeah, I stand up on a skateboard. It's been some years, man, but I'll get on one again.
I can't do no tricks or couldn't do no tricks, but I'd ride around on them and I'd drop in a half pipe or whatever. So I would like to try surfing. I've never done it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
As an
Yes.
alternative, have you ever snowboarded?
Very little. When I was a kid, I used to snowboard a little bit here and there. That was always fun too.
Hell
That's
yeah.
always
All right. You're given 5K in cash, but you have to pick one store and you have to spend it immediately. Where are you going?
to the local CD fucking the local CD used car store.
Wait, there's a car and a CD store. Where you living, homie? Slum bum kind of
Around
shit
here,
is
around here.
that? In between Norman and the Western, we got the Auto CD 20 Twin.
Over here,
Homie.
we got a little place. We got a little place called M51 Auto Sales where you can find $5,000 cars all day long. Will they make it down the block? Yes. Will they make it a year? Probably fucking not. But you can run that engine till it blows.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. 100%, man. Oh yeah.
I love it. That's a new freaking answer. All
Told you, man. I like
right.
to go fast.
The next three questions are fill in the blank. So I'm gonna start to say and then blank, and you're gonna fill in that answer. After those three, I got one more just direct question that I am starting. I actually started it with Brandon Swanger yesterday, and he told me I should start asking everybody. So that's what I'm going to do. Everybody in the chat, there's still 9 people watching. I love you. Could you please hit the like button? It's a small favor from you, but a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It shoots this video out there, kind of like the For You page on TikTok or whatever. But yeah, I really appreciate it. And you still can get a question in if you want to. So go ahead and if you have any questions, type them in the chat and I'll find them and I'll put them in there. But we're going to start these fill in the blanks. So, as follows my favorite vacation was blank. And a lot of artists have even said it's like it's became like certain tours they've done, not even necessarily vacation. But I want you to think from like back when you were a kid up until current, if you really had a memory on a vacation type thing that stood out or
So
what.
when I was a kid, I would say going to Universal Studios Islands of Adventures. That was pimp as fuck, dude. Like all the Jurassic Park shit and the fucking Marvel heroes and all that the rides there were out of this fucking world. And then being an adult, taking my daughter to Michigan Adventures until I get to take her there next. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
And whoop whoop Scripture OXXO. That's a new name. I don't know how you
Whoop,
found
whoop.
us I'm Wiggles. This is Big Brutal. This man's an artist. I don't know how long you've been in here. We just running interviews. That's what we do on this channel, along with other shit. But at any rate, yeah. Um, okay, the bike I had most as a kid was blank.
The bike I had most, like
Yeah,
bicycle.
yes, sir.
I was a poor kid with a fucking mongoose.
Hey,
I,
hey, dude, that's the
I
one
was
I
rocking
had
my
most.
mongoose out. Yeah.
Listen, my first bike I remember, like at least my first 20-inch bike was a Huffy something. It was red, bro, and like I was ecstatic about that. The bike I owned most and had most and remember most though was like a Nex GT, but I had the
Oh, the
mags
green
on
one?
it, and I had and the fat boys on that bad boy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mine was my mongoose was a mongoose hoop D, so it was like all chromed out with the black pegs, dude. It was dope. It was
Yeah.
dope. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Right. Yeah. Dude. Them poor memories, boy.
I loved it, man.
Uh.
I love my mongoose. That shit took me everywhere, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Uh. Bradley said I worked at Universal Studios. Well,
Dude,
that's dope.
that is dope, man. Send me some
Ruthless
tickets
Cannon.
for me and my
Nah,
daughter.
dropped. Right. Right.
I'm just
Ruthless
saying, dude.
Cannon. Nah, drop the link. I mean, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Ruthless, but you
What
can
he say?
clarify. He said, nah, drop the link, homie. I don't know what he means to who or what. Um,
Right.
okay. The best part about going to the beach, rather freshwater or saltwater, is blank.
There's a lot of pretty ladies at the beach, man.
Man, there we go. I think my
There's a lot
last
of pretty
artist might have
ladies.
said that very thing, boy. That's what I'm
I'm
going
just
to the
saying,
beach
man.
for. I mean, I might
I'm
like to
only a
swim
man.
in the view.
I'm only a man.
Listen, my old lady's going to the beach to look at the view. So, in the same view I'm
Shouts
viewing.
out to the old
So,
lady.
damn it. Uh, Scripture said to your email. To my email or to Big Brutals? Are you an artist? Is that what you're trying to get at me about? Uh, Wiggles, I think the Juggalo. Yeah, Wiggles the Juggalo at gmail.com. That's my email for people to contact me on business.
Yo,
Um, yeah, so if anybody in the chat, there are 7 of you, have any more questions, it doesn't matter what, please put them in there. I got one final question for you, Brutal. We've been live an hour and 32 minutes, dude. It's been a great stream, and I could keep going. I just need to write down more questions. Usually my streams are around an hour, and that's me trying to be respectful to the artists and viewers or whatever. But me, myself, I'll go as long as we're having a good time, connecting, cutting it up, whatever. But at any rate, I am to my last question in my book. If anybody again in the chat wants to throw out a question, we will definitely get it up there afterwards. And then we are going to open the floor for you to shout out some people, anybody particular that you want to shout out. And I'd like to tell everybody in here now and everybody that watches it on the replay. I think I said it at the beginning. All of his links to contact him, follow him, will be in the description of this video. So you will be able to find him by the just going to the description of this video and clicking on those links. But
yeah, yeah.
my final question, at least for you, is what does being a juggalo mean to you? And in turn, what is a juggalo?
So what being a juggalo means to me, man, it's like that was the family that took me in when ain't nobody else want anything to do with me. You know what I mean? That was the family of other people that were just as much fucked up and if not more at many times. That was just they're my kind of people, the weirdos, the outcasts, the crazy people. You know what I mean? Everybody, like I fit. You know what I mean? And ultimately, It just means it's love, man. It's love. You know what I mean? That's what it means to me. You know what I mean? And the whole, a love through a shared interest of just crazy off the wall wicked shit. You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
and as far as what was the second part there again?
It just in conclusion is what is a juggalo? If somebody just said what is a
Oh yeah,
juggalo, what would be the short that you would give them, or you know whatever? It doesn't even have
I
to be
would
a
tell
short
them.
answer.
I would tell them that even you potentially could be a fucking juggalo. You know what I mean? We don't give a fuck.
Right,
We're out here, but we do give a fuck about one another. You know what I mean?
right.
It doesn't matter. The land of judgment is cast to the fucking side. I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? The land, of the judgment is cast to the side, and it's a lot of people that just fucking really dig, you know, horror and comic books and fucking action figures and just regular fucking people. You know what I mean? Like,
So you mean to tell me it's not just a fan club?
fuck no, fuck no. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
you
had to
can't
go
if
there.
you can't afford a
I
fucking match with them. You
absolutely,
know what I mean? Yeah,
bruh. I know what my reason, my meaning, and that's also why I like this question, and I want to start asking it or whatever, just to get the real answers. Like somebody asked me that at the gathering this year too, and I think I think their question was, what did I love most about being at the gathering, and I think I'm kind of quoting myself when I say it's the ability to be whatever and whoever you want to be with no judgment or nothing, because everybody around you in your circle is being whoever or whatever they want to be without no judgment. It's like absolute freedom. Yeah, we all inspire to ICP, like them the clowns, boy. They the pinnacle. Without them, we would not be. I mean, we would be here, but just maybe without a label. Like we wouldn't have maybe discovered ourselves the same way or whatever. I love being a juggalo, and I even loved being a juggalo when it wasn't cool to be a juggalo
right,
back in the
right,
'90s and 2000s, and like it was not cool to be a juggalo at one point. Like that's like a 2010 and forward thing or something, man.
right.
Because
I feel
so
like the introduction of TikTok really like fucking blew the whole Juggalo thing up, though, dude. Like all these,
right.
it became fucking trendy, dude. Like, how the fuck do I used to get fucking picked on for this shit. You know what I mean?
Right, right. You listen to that shit?
Yeah.
There, but whatever. Yeah, don't
But
fuck with him.
brother,
He's weird.
what's that?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
you
So,
know?
hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. If anybody in the chat has any last minute questions, please get them in the chat. I don't want you to go unheard. I've had a great time hanging out with this man, and if there's anything
It's
that
been fucking
you
good.
think that I've missed or didn't touch that you wanted to speak on, this is most definitely your moment to get it out and say any last minute things, last minute shout outs, last minute whatever. I personally want to thank everybody that showed up tonight and everybody that's going to show up after it goes live. I want to thank Brutal for taking time out of his day and on short notice to run this interview and just come hang out with us for almost 2 hours.
Fuck yeah, man. It's been real, man. Nothing but love all the way across the board. I'm happy to be a part of this, man. I hope this gets even fucking bigger. For real.
And I tell
Yeah.
all my artists that, dude, I'm operating the same way you are, I believe. I have a cell phone and a tripod. Well, you've seen my whole little setup at the show. Like, that's what I operate back home, boy. We need to get a computer and internet. Like, so when I get a better setup, too, I'd like to eventually maybe bring artists back around, back through, and if you ever just like see me live in an open panel and see some people up on the screen that you know or notice and you want to come up, feel free to come on up or hang out in the chat or whatever. We're usually live doing something. So, Yeah, I appreciate it. Um, I'm checking the chat here, making sure I didn't miss no
So
questions. That go
if
ahead.
I had to say anything, for those of you guys that don't want to go looking for links and stuff like that, you can just go to allmylinks.com/Big Brutal and you'll find everything. Everything. Allmylinks.com/Big Brutal. It's all there. Everything. And
Is
that's
that your own website?
yeah, you just go to all my it's allmylinks.com. They say it's kind of like Linktree, but it's free.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm not gonna go out of my way paying for a service if I know I can get the exact same thing and just as good for free. QR code and all
Right.
that shit. So it's like yeah, like if you go there, it'll take you to my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Apple Music, my Spotify, everything's on it, even the SoundCloud. Like if you
So
for
then
some
maybe
reason
that's the link you need to give me, and I'm gonna put that in the description of this video, and then therefore they can follow all of your stuff from there.
there it is.
Is that would be a URL then? It wouldn't
Yeah,
even be a link.
you just go to allmylinks.com/Big Brutal. That's it.
And is
Yep.
that capital? Like, I just want
Just
to know that I have the spelling right, or just
you
like
can do it
so.
all lowercase. You can do it all lowercase.
Okay.
Allmylinks.com/Big Brutal. You'll find everything. Yeah. If you don't have one, I'd really suggest getting one just to tie everything together. You know what I
No,
mean?
I didn't. I didn't even know. I have a link tree, and I have the free, like whatever they offer for free.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the
Yeah. If you go to all
allmylink.com
my links,
thing.
they'll give you you can actually they have a thing you can tap QR code, you can print out a bunch of cards with the QR code on it and just hand them out to people.
Stop
I
it!
swear, bro. I swear. And then I don't even know what the paid version does, but if they do all that for free, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
What? Okay, now I'm really gonna
I'm just
check this
saying.
shit out. You just
Yeah.
advertised for these motherfuckers. They owe you some money.
All my links, you know where to find me on your fucking website. My Cash App's in there too.
Yeah.
For anybody that wants to donate to Big Brutal Music to get more fire, my Cash App's in there. You know, it'll
uh,
all go to the music. Yeah.
that
But
is great. All
I do
right,
want to give
homie. Yeah, go ahead.
one major shout out, one fucking major shout out. If you guys don't know, I got a brother from another mother, Spot Vega, aka Spotty Lope Vega. That has been my guy in and out through it all. When I fell to my fucking face, he was the only one sticking by my side. I love you, brother, and I love all you guys that came in here and showed support tonight. It's Big Brutal, man. Nothing but love, man. For real.
Oh yeah. Whoop whoop. We are
Whoop
out of
whoop.
here, folks.
All right. Hasta luego.